hypocrisy. And he needs to be called out. We all need to be called out. There's nothing wrong with criticizing. This is how we grow. It's called constructive criticism. If it's good criticism. If somebody's just doing it to be malicious and mean and insult you, that's a whole nother can of worms. That's not the kind of criticism I'm talking about. But we should criticize one another. It's like a brother. I never had a blood brother, but I understand they could be the damn meanest to each other. I mean, they will call you out, man. They will call you out on your BS. And that's how we should all be with each other, man. When our thinking is askew, we need to help each other get it back on track. And remember that, you may be deceived your whole life since you entered kindergarten because your parents were deceived. But Kanye, I get his attitude. He's being avant-garde. He's being rebellious. He's being cocky. I like that in an American. We are kind of a cocky breed. You know what I mean? So yeah, so what? It's it's free speech, man. What are you, against free speech? Now there's grounds for get the hell out of the country if you're against free speech. But yet they're doing it openly now with Alex Jones. And even if I hated him, even if I hated everything he said and I disagreed with every iota of what he said, I'd still be for him. Do you understand how this thing works? This is the way we have to be. I don't know who said it, but you know what? I absolutely, totally disagree with what you say, but I will fight to the death for your right. Your right, your God-given constitutional right to say it. That's what we need to embrace here. Is that if we start losing it, we go down this road, okay, then what are you going to say? And you got to always watch your tongue and be PC and wonder, wow, you know what, now that we've condemned Alex Jones to, the ghettos of the media, social media, who's next in line? And that's the way it goes. And that's what people like Chi Coms want. They're totalitarian, authoritarian. That's the direction we're going. They're influencing our elections openly, like it's okay. Well, it's just China. Just because they have 5,000 executions a year, and they might be executing people for things that aren't even an infraction in America. But we should take lessons from them. We're in debt now. We owe them. So let's, embrace their culture and bring it into America and squelch free speech and, to honor them, that lifestyle, that fascist, communist, totalitarian, authoritarian system they have. You talk about wealth disparity. Good God. That's what we want in America. It's the most antithetical system on earth to the American system. And that's a path we're going down. Do you understand how bad a path? I mean, we need God's help. What can I say? Okay, what can I say? When the politicians we hire to serve us are stabbing us in the back, right and left, from people that call themselves liberals, people that call themselves conservatives, but they're both liars that have the same agenda. They fight openly and you act, oh, wow, yeah, good, my guy, my side. So, yeah, of course we're divided. And then they go out and they have drinks together later and understand they know what side their bread is buttered on. Hey, that's the Federal Reserve. We got to protect their interests. Oh, yeah, money printing class. Oh, yeah, I heard this so-and-so is actually worth $1 trillion. They call all these people the richest people, but I happen to know that they've got the copyright in perpetuity to the money printing operation. So let me ask you, how much are they worth? Well, the sky's the limit, basically, as much as they say they're worth, right? So that's who these politicos are. They're freaking sycophants. They make me sick to my stomach. I can't stand them. I almost don't want to vote just out of conscience. You could say, that's a cop-out. Well, whatever. You could judge me any way you want. But I'm just going to be true to myself. I may or may not vote, okay, because I'm just so disgusted with the entire system. And I just know it's going to literally take God's intervention. The literal finger of God has to come in to our society worldwide to help us get out of this mess. Because we're in it really deep, folks, my friends. I'm telling you, man. We're in so freaking much trouble. It freaks me out, man. Yeah, Kanye West, it was counterculture, it was punk, it was cocky, it was free speech, it was very American. So that's why he wears the MAGA hat. Try to understand Kanye. All right. Well, I'm going to get into some thoughts from the previous week or two. You have the ability to imagine a world perfect down to the smallest detail. And as we all know, imagination is the genesis, the first step to making manifest our thoughts, our imaginings, our dreams. Spending time practicing thinking is invariably time well spent. Whoops, I think I actually... yeah, I think I already read that. Here we go. If you discovered that I was one of very few privileged individuals who had the right by law to print money at will and use as much as my heart desired for personal whims, how would you feel about me? Would you feel like chopped liver compared to me? Discriminated against by another's unmerited exclusive privilege? Slighted? Cheated? If you answer is all of the above, then you know precisely how I feel about the '08 bailout. Does it surprise anyone that legitimized blatant theft of our nation pisses off normal people? Well, it shouldn't. If that pisses you off, no. You have a right to feel indignant, okay, when you see blatant injustices like that. Have you... Damn it, when I can't read my own writing, it really ticks me off. Oh, have you thanked God lately, hopefully today, simply for your existence? Right, we have all these blessings that pass us by every day because we fail to see how lucky we are. And just even for all those bad things that didn't happen to you today. But it is tough being human. I mean, horrible things happen to us humans. I mean, we may not care nearly as much about our own lives as the lives of our children, for example. So we're very vulnerable. That's a very tough pill to swallow. And thank God, God understands it and loves our kids more than we can ever imagine, vastly, infinitely, more than we can ever imagine, to the point where he's numbered the hairs on our head. I've never heard of a parent that numbered the hairs on their children's head. So always remember that, to be comforting and encouraging if anything bad does happen to your kids, okay? That he knows, he gets it. And, he loves them like you can't, like nobody's business. When it comes to constructive criticism, ask yourself this. If you hire a painter to paint your house, when the job is done and you say, nice job, but only to be gracious. Because as you look carefully, you see many areas of the job which could have been done much better, given the time to do so. But by not criticizing the job, perhaps your own job, your own judgment calls, you're criticizing your own judgment call on this, on saying it was a good job when it wasn't, or not giving the worker enough time to do a good job, then you are accepting mediocre work, and it descends from there. The same holds true for the need to constructively criticize each other. Our nation and our civilization. Yes, I mean, there is a lot of justifiable criticization that to go around, plenty of rightful criticism to go around. We need to grow, to evolve, to progress. We need to strive to be better, or we will inevitably be worse and worse. Choose to have the love, the reverence, the fear of God in your heart before you destroy yourself for choosing otherwise. That's right, it's your own choice. If you destroy yourself, you can't blame anybody else. Have the reverence of God in your soul, is my advice. Let me be perfectly clear. I am anti-no person. Indeed, I am my enemy's best friend, whether they know it or not. I am who I choose to be in that regard. Well, folks, I'm all caught up with my thoughts and everything else. So I love everybody and I wish everybody the best. Just remember, there's no shortage of best, contrary to popular belief.